scheduled to close on the sale of your home in a few days. Yay! Here's what you need to know. Friendly reminder to please update our transaction manager on the status of any repairs that you agreed to complete. At this point, the buyer may request an appointment to walk through the home to make sure that any agreed upon repairs were completed and that the home is in the same condition as when we entered into the contract. We've included the time and location of your closing on this email. The title company will prepare your final settlement statement and send it to you at least 3 days prior to closing. Buyers and sellers typically close at different times. Any party signing the documents will need to provide their driver's license at the closing. You cannot close without bringing a government-issued photo ID to the closing table. When you have finished signing, you will receive a copy of all of your documents. Once all parties, both the buyers and the sellers, have signed the closing documents, the title company is required to send a few documents back to the lender for final assurance that all the I's were dotted and the T's were crossed. This may take up to several hours after closing, or it may happen fairly quickly. Once funding occurs, the title company will release the funds to you. If the buyer signed later in the day, they may not hit your account until the next morning. We will coordinate to get the buyer's agent a key to give to the buyers after funding. Please leave all other keys and garage door openers in a kitchen drawer. Your final steps will depend on whether or not you have a leaseback. If your contract does have a leaseback, your homeowner's insurance can terminate on closing day or the day after to be safe, but utilities need to run through the end of your leaseback. Keep in mind that while you are in the leasing period, the buyer, who is now the owner, has the legal right to enter the home with reasonable notice. Please check your closing disclosure to ensure that any leaseback deposits are included in your closing costs. After your leaseback ends, if there is no new damage to your home, the buyer should mail you that deposit. We're providing their contact information in this email for your convenience. If you don't have a leaseback, you can cancel your insurance and utilities for the day after closing. Remember that you are legally expected to have been fully moved out before funding occurs, and the home needs to be in broom-swept condition, unless your contract states otherwise. Don't forget to change your address on the USPS website. Thank you again for choosing Blushwood.